Hello, my name is Maria Espinoza. I was designated English language learner through school. I was born in a little town called Boyle Heights in Los Angeles, California in 1964. I have 2 brothers and 3 sisters for a total of 6. We first lived in a housing projects that was like apartments. We shared walls, very small, cramped place. But then my father was able to purchase a home in the town of Boyle Heights. It was a small home that needed lots of repairs, and my father was a handyman, so he did a lot of the repairs on his own. Probably not up to code, but he made room for all of us. Technically, there was 2 bedrooms, but my dad converted the dining room into a 3rd bedroom, and we had 1 restroom that the 8 of us had to share. My bedroom was a small bedroom that had room for 1 dresser, and we had bunk beds on 1 wall for my 2 brothers, and we had a fold down like ottoman couch that my sister and I shared. So there was 4 of us in a small bedroom. In elementary, they were attempting or trying out or experimenting with a pilot program, and we were in the follow-through program. So my same classmates from 1st grade were kept together all the way through 6th grade. And we had a Spanish reading book, and we had Spanish lessons, and we had an English reading book, and we had English lessons. So we got a reading lesson every day in English and a reading lesson every day in Spanish. But I think some of the teachers were not qualified to teach Spanish. I had a white teacher in 6th grade. His name was Mr. Pollock. He didn't know Spanish. And then I had Miss Scales. She was an African-American woman. She didn't know Spanish. I don't think I learned either language because there wasn't enough time to delve into the English grammar of it, and there wasn't enough time or the ability to teach us in Spanish. So we just learned superficially. So I can read and I can write, but not grammatically correct. I can write you a story with not 1 accent, and I don't understand the rules of accent still to this day. And I don't think my English vocabulary expanded enough. I don't have enough higher level vocabulary in English. So because of that, I struggled in junior high. They didn't know my reading level. I had to go to remedial reading to try to increase my reading pace. And then in high school, I did good, but I was a good student. I just tried, I was not a smart student. I just kept trying. I want to say it was easy, but because I had 4 brothers and sisters older than me that already were using the language. But yes, I can have a conversation, I understand, but the writing, I don't think any of us are good writers. My goal was to go to a university and graduate and become a teacher. And my ultimate goal was to be a principal of an elementary school within my neighborhood, to be a positive Latina role model for my community. I did become a teacher. I was a teacher for 13 years. For the same elementary school I went to Sheridan, was a TA there, and became a teacher for 13 years. I taught EL students. I was a bilingual to waiver teacher, they called it. We taught the majority of the day in Spanish, and I want to say 70-30. 70% of our day was in Spanish instruction, and 30% was in the English language instruction, which I can truly say was unsuccessful. We didn't teach those students to become English language learners. We needed to incorporate more English throughout the day. Then I went on to be a coordinator, an assistant principal in charge of special education, and then now I am currently a specialist at Beaudry, which is the LAUSD headquarters. That it is okay to use their primary language for those students who don't understand, or to convey a meaning of what you're teaching, but not to lose the focus that it is to teach them English. maintain the Spanish, but we're teaching them correct grammatical English, academic language. Yes, being bilingual is great, more money, that's fantastic, but we gotta not forget, we have to not forget that English language is our goal. We have to teach them in English. Support the primary language.